Hey everyone, today with Barney McClure, yeah, VATAT, right? Executive Director.
Yes, sir.
What's VATAT stand for?
That stands for Vocational Ag Teachers Association of Texas. We have about over 2,000 members of our teaching profession in agriculture that belong to our association, and then we have another 300 or 400 associate members, student members, and retirees.
And so that sometimes they're called advisors, teachers. I grew up with ag teachers.
Yes.
It's the one that made the most difference in my life, Mr.
Well,
Lynn.
a lot of times that's exactly right, and we have a lot of folks that we come in contact with that are now supporters of our program who had a great experience in high school. Their ag teachers were key people in their lives, and some of those relationships stretch back 40, 50 years, and some of them are much more recent, like yours.
So the executive director, what does that entail? What is it that you get to do on a daily basis?
Okay, well, I am by the constitution of our group, I'm the chief operating officer of our association, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day operations of our group. Now, we are a teacher, basically a teacher member benefits association. So the only reason we exist is for the benefit of our teacher members and our associate members. And so there are a lot of things we do. We have put on a summer conference each year in some town in big town in our state, and it's a 5-day event, and that's where teachers get the newest information on teaching for the next year. And that's one of our biggest member benefits. We also have a staff of folks that put out our member newsletter 11 times a year. We have other member benefits. We have, last year we gave, I believe it was 43 $800 scholarships to our members' children who graduate from high school. We have a legal assistance program for our members who might find it necessary to get some legal advice. We work with an attorney that's been a part of our program since he was in high school as a student, and then once he became an attorney, he's worked with us for about 25 years.
Right. So you're about to retire in 5 months,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I'll be leaving.
Been a few years in the teaching.
I did. I taught 37 years, and then I will complete 8 years in this position. So that's a grand total of about 45 years. So nobody's calling it an early retirement.
What's changed the most in your world with
my
the teaching?
gosh.
What's the biggest change?
My gosh, the sheer numbers of students that an ag teacher today is expected to work with, it's not uncommon for a teacher to have as many as 150 kids in a day's time. When I started teaching, I had about 44, 45 kids, and so it just changes the way things flow. The rise of the stock shows, they've all grown, it's become a much bigger deal today. When I started teaching, it really was only 5 years after girls were admitted to FFA membership. So that was in 1969. I started teaching in 1974. So that's been a huge change. Shifted the whole paradigm in ag education and has created a lot of great opportunities for kids. And today our new teachers, we're about 46% female teachers today, and it was very, very minor, less than 1% when I started teaching. And the new teachers, I would say it's probably 70% female new teachers. So that number continues to grow.
And if someone's wanting to be an ag teacher, what do you suggest they do?
Well, I think it's a great profession. I tell everyone that it's, if I had my life to do over, I'd do exactly what I did. The relationships you have with your former students and people you worked with, fellow teachers, is just something so special. I go to a teacher educator university. There are 10 or 11 of them here in Texas that provide good training for teachers to go out in the field, and then you just got to go get a job after that. And the good news is that there are a lot of jobs open.
Right.
each year, and in fact, we'll have at some parts of the year as many as 100 jobs on our website that are open, and if you want to be an ag teacher and you've got the credentials, you can become an ag teacher in Texas today. You're not going to have to go to Florida or Georgia to get a job.
Right. So what are you going to do now? Going to retirement?
Well, that's a great question. I'm working on my resume to get it polished up, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to move back full time to my hometown, Cleburne in Johnson County, and I'm going to whatever I do will be from there. It won't be from afar like it is down here in Austin. I've been working down here for it'll be 8 years, and I've had a base of operation, my apartment down here. I've stayed in and I've gone home every weekend, but that'll change, and I'll be home every night. I don't know what I'll be doing after that, but we'll see. Does Fuddruckers have a store nearby?
Yeah,
I might need a.
How's the wrist flipping burgers?
I'll tell you what, I think I can do it.
So, how many kids you think have gone through your program? How many kids do you think
that I taught? Well, it would, 37 years, and later in my career it became more, a larger number than that 45, but over 1,000, I think would be pretty conservative that I dealt with, and some of them have gone on to do great things, and a lot of them have become really successful citizens that I'm really proud of. I've got one that's in the legislature right now. Got another one that I looked at this week, and he's run for city council up in Cleburne, so I'm going to do some things to try to support his candidacy. And then we've got a lot of other folks that are just out there making a living and raising their kids and doing the everyday things that good parents and good spouses do, and I'm really proud of the relationship that I've had with those kids, and the thought that maybe I had a small amount to do with where they are today. All
right, so the last question is like quotes you live by, or what quote that comes to mind, something that inspires you, or you think that you put your life on in?
I'd say that if you look at success in life, I mean, the number one thing you got to do is just keep showing up and keep working at it. I think I became a pretty doggone good ag teacher by the time I retired. I probably wasn't as good when I started, but I just kept showing up every year, and I kept working at it and kept trying to do better for my students and do a better job, more effective job. So if you want to be successful, just keep showing up and keep wanting to get better and keep working towards that goal, and it'll happen for you.
So keep showing up and keep working at it.
That's right.
Amen. All right. Well, I know you made a difference in lots of people's lives and still are, and I would thank you for doing everything you're doing. And
thank you.
Proud to call you a friend.
Well, I appreciate it, and I value the friendship that we have, and it's going to be tough. I'll have an adjustment to make. For the last 60 years, I've had something to do every morning when I got up, either initially to go to school, and then finally to become a teacher, and then down here. And it'll be a little bit different if I don't have something to do to get up and start on in the morning. But I think I'm going to fill my time up. Okay.
Probably some grandkids around.
I do have 3 grandchildren, but they'll keep me busy.
Amen. Well, thanks for everything. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. All right. God bless.